It is now.
You keep audio on this?
No, Bella, he just has a camera there.
Well, I don't know where, I want to know where these recordings go to.
YouTube.
So is the camera like picking up all of our side conversations too?
Yes. Well, I also, you have to understand that as a teacher, I hear everything that goes on in here. I just ignore most of it. Isn't it though? So there are 4 quantities. Okay. There are 4 quantities that you know the names, but you may not have a good conceptual framework for them. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to see what you guys think about these, okay? And then we're going to go from there. Does that sound good? So they are volume and weight and mass and anyone want to guess the last one?
Density. Mass over volume.
Okay? So what I would like you to do is take a couple minutes, okay? And with your neighbors, I would like you to write a definition for each of these. A mathematical formula is not a definition, however. Okay? So I would like you to write an actual word definition, and I'm going to poll you in a moment and ask you to read them. So take some time, check with the neighbors. What is each of these? Do that right now.
I think it's mass.
What's that? Oh, you're so sweet.
It's
Third hour, man.
great.
Third hour.
I cried all the first hour. I had a math test.
It's all bundled up and ready to go. I'm out of here.
I'm really I don't know what was in that.
Great.
That's the question. Like literally, that's the question.
You're right.
Math.
What should I say?
I think that math is math.
What is weight and the amount of gravitational pull and gravity? And push or pull reaction? That's technically on the moon. What is pull? I don't know.
So good. Are we done?
Really? You do? Well, they have to do
Right? I'm looking for your definitions of these. Your definitions.
I know I'm very curious to do like fix the definition. Like, I have to raise mine up.
Let's go! Let's go!
At least someone on the team.
What is it? What?
Let's go.
Square and yellow, and then there's 4 here.
Oh, how much of an answer? Okay, here we go.
That's the hardest part is doing this in the open.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to sound so good, but I'm I'm gonna go with Memphis. That sounds right.
We don't do anything Italian.
That's like
We're so long.
Mass is. They're not the same concept that an object.
Sure.
Listen, people.
Isn't that?
No. Just like, just like.
Isn't way how much is measured?
How heavy is
All right, who's ready?
I'm ready.
You got one?
was born.
Well, even if you're not ready, let's do volume. I think volume's the easiest one. Okay? I think volume's the easiest one for sure.
Okay.
Let's do some volume. We'll start here and we'll go around. What do you got?
The amount of space something takes.
The amount of space something takes? What do you have?
Same.
Same? You guys are on the same meter?
Yeah, basically same.
What is it? So, Mac, what do you have?
Same thing, just how much space an object takes up.
How much space an object takes up?
Oh, what's wrong?
How much space an object takes up?
There we
How
go.
much space is inside?
The size.
Yeah, I said inside.
Definitions like
Could be
you.
like
It's like
the
size or
You know, like water.
Hold on. One at a time. Go ahead, Paul.
like the size or the bigness.
The
That's
bigness?
what I said yesterday. He said that was volume.
Oh.
You guys want to go with the bigness of an object?
Yeah.
That's a word.
I love it.
Smallness or bigness.
The bigness of this object is greater than the bigness.
The degree of bigness.
I'm obviously trying to be funny, but at the same time, I think that the amount of three-dimensional space an object takes up, I think that's a fine way to think about volume. For me, when you look at two objects, if one is, like you say, that one is bigger,
It has more volume.
it has more volume. Does that seem reasonable? Okay.
So, what definition do you want us to put down?
Listen, man, I don't care.
Well, I do.
Just write bigness, it's fine.
Right, volume is volume.
If I look at these two bars,
Yeah.
which one do you think has more volume?
The left one.
This one?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Much more bigger.
It's bigger.
Is it taking up more three-dimensional space?
It has more bigness.
So that seems okay to me. Okay? That seems okay to me. Now, if you have this shape, how do you calculate the volume of that shape?
Length times width times height.
That sounds good.
Or base times width times height.
No, this is not a math class. Basis for show.
Is that cool? So, check with your neighbor then. What would the units be? Okay? Check with your neighbor. What would the units be?
Centimeters.
Yeah, it's cute. It's cute. It's whatever, like whatever you're measuring in, that will be cute.
Sure. If we measure in centimeters, could the units be centimeters cubed?
Yeah.
Or cubic centimeters?
Yeah.
That's it.
Does that seem okay? Is that reasonable for you? What's the formula for the area of a, or the volume of a sphere?
Oh, no, that's here. That's the pi.
Don't tell me I have to
It's 4/3 pi r cubed. Is this a volume measurement? How do you know? Because it's cubed, that's right. And so if you measure this in centimeters, your units would be centimeters cubed. Is that okay? Yes. So far so good? And that seems okay to me. Okay? That seems okay to me. it is 3 dimensions though, right? It is 3 dimensions, and that's gonna. Okay.
Is that 4 over 3?
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you know that. I just wanted to point out the fact that it's cubed. Now, there are other volume measurements. What if you were doing liquids? What are some liquid volume measurements? Milliliters, liters, gallons,
Quarts.
quarts,
Ounces.
ounces, pints, cups.
Oh,
Gallon.
Well, I saw that earlier, it's like a couple years ago someone showed me that. I don't remember it.
And the more quarts inside of it, that was all in
Like,
I know that a gallon is 4 quarts.
all right.
That's all I know.
Is there different fluid options?
How many quarts in a gallon?
4.
How do you know?
Because quarter.
Because it's a quarter of a gallon is a quart. Got it?
How many pints are in a gallon?
So there's 2 cups in a pint, 2 cups in a pint, 2 pints in a quart, 2 quarts in a half gallon, 2 half gallons in a gallon. So that they go up by 2.
You said 2 quarts in a pint.
Nope, 2 cups in a pint.
It goes 2 cups in 1 pint, 2 pints in 1 quart, 2 quarts in 1 half gallon, 2 half gallons in 1
So
gallon.
1 quart is 2 pints.
It goes cup, pint.
Oh my God. Should I write it down?
You do.
Just means it's gonna go like,
Two cups of
yeah. I feel like it'd be easier to go like I feel like it's easier to do it just like this.
Or you can sit with us.
Oh, wait.
I think I was
Are we good now? Can we move on with our lives?
And then it's a quarter. And then it's a pint.
Eventually I just stopped.
All right. Can you see these 2 pieces here?
Yeah.
What do you notice about them? Which one has the larger volume?
I cannot see it.
They're the same.
They're the same volume.
They absolutely have the same volume. Do you think that's important?
Yeah.
All right, it's going to be important in a second. What is weight? Okay, we'll start over here. Connor, what is the weight?
I said the force of gravity on objects.
What is a gravity?
A gravity.
A gravity is a pull.
The planet pulls things in.
The push or pull effects of life.
Does the Earth pull things down?
Yeah. Well, it's not always the Earth, but it's just things that have a large mass.
Sure, but we're on the Earth. There's no field trips planned. All right, Maren, what is weight?
I said mass with gravity.
Mass with gravity, interesting. Paul?
Mass or weight?
What?
Are you asking for
Mass.
I said the same thing as Connor.
Okay. Charlotte? What is weight?
How heavy something is.
How heavy something is. Now you're speaking my language. Heaviness?
I said like how gravity affects the mass.
Interesting.
Not,
Bella?
Not really.
Oh, Bella.
What? See? Are you good?
Why did you speak sign language?
Oh, there's my last notebook. I've been typing everything. You'd be like, oh, how many cups are in a gallon? You go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Christmas,
Isn't that like the 3rd notebook?
How does it school do that? In elementary school.
All right, so what do you guys think about this?
I think we should do that. The heaviness based off gravity. So what do ounces have to do with it?
Yeah, wait, what are ounces?
What kind of
How do they
ounces?
relate?
I don't know.
The ounces.
There's 8 ounces in a cup.
Oh, wait, why did you say that?
8 liquid ounces in a cup. 16 liquid ounces in a pint.
And then is liters just a whole different system?
Yes.
Okay. So this is like the US, or like the
Yes.
not metric system?
Yes.
It is the US. I don't think it's just us.
It's
It's just us. We are unique.
What is that one called? The not metric?
It's called the.
You call these English or Imperial.
I knew it started with.
Can I have your pencil?
No.
Why not? But I want two.
All right.
It's winter now.
Now,
Really? So,
yeah, today's the solstice.
What's your solstice?
you said too bad.
Tell me about pound, or tell me about heavy weight.
What's the definition of winter?
Well, people are settling on the idea that it has to do with the amount of force that the Earth applies on an object.
Yeah.
Right?
Can I give the definition of mass?
I don't want to do that.
So if I look at these two, do these two have the same volume?
Yes.
They do, right? Okay. Hold these. Which one weighs more? How do you know? Well, that's not how you might know, but I mean, how does she know?